notice about them defensively and just what we need to be doing when we play these guys?
After watching them last week, I noticed that they got way better than last year. One thing I noticed that about our team this year, that we got better also. One thing I can say is, as long as we control our destiny, control what we can control as an offense and as a team, a Ohio Valley Ironmen, you know, we go out there and do what we have to do.
You played in West Virginia at the University of Charleston. You live in Maryland. You know, your journey, because I know you're getting I've already been hearing from general managers in the Canadian League about you, and they're excited about, you know, just seeing what you do. How does it feel to, like, to call this place basically your second home and have your teammates? What's this all about to you as you're on your journey?
It actually feels great. You know, I've been in West Virginia for about 5-6 years, on and off. Been at the school at the University of Charleston. It was a roller coaster being there, not being a starter, being a starter, trying to find that leadership, you know, with the guys, you know, because I haven't produced any field work yet. Calling this place my second home is actually it's a blessing, you know, like going out there in the community, meeting the fans, meeting the people, you know, seeing how happy this town is with starting this football league up. Everyone was very excited to see some outdoor football, so very blessed and very excited to get this show on the road.
Awesome. Thanks, Javante.
Yes,
appreciate you, man.
Yes,
All right, now next guy we're gonna bring on here is a I would say a fan favorite because he's from here, right? So Chance Knight is coming out, and we're gonna introduce Chance. Originally, his hometown is Bridgeport, Ohio. Played at a great high school program at Lindsley, and went on two-time All-American at Marietta College, defensive lineman. So Chance, I mean, you came back last year. You had a hell of a season playing D-line for us. What's it feel like for you just to be one of our local players representing a very good team?
It's pretty rewarding knowing that I'm like one of the only local guys. You know, my resume is just one amongst many that are pretty impressive, because the level of the team that we have here is very impressive, and I want the Valley to know that. It makes it more rewarding when I come here and see the dogs that we got on our team.
Perfect. Now, when we play Cincinnati, you look at the Dukes right now, and as Javante talked earlier, they're greatly improved. They're a much better team than last year, even though, you know, we don't know what we're going to see when we play these guys completely. But what is your mindset, you and the defense right now, going into a game like this?
I think each of us, we're aware that Cincinnati's much improved, and Cincinnati's going to be a good opponent, and they're going to want to win. They're going to want it mentally and physically. Going into any game, you're going to want to be the baddest dude on the field individually, and you want to perfect your craft as a team and clean some things up as a team. And if you do that, that's how you get to the next level, is you work on yourself and your team while being aware of the other team, but not necessarily making that your main focus.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Chance. And we are the Ohio Valley Ironmen. We're excited to be part of the rebirth of a storied franchise that is in the 1960s was a farm team for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And we represent a hard hat community, a lot of coal miners, steel mill workers in the region. And we do have a great group of guys. We're excited about the opportunity to play the Cincinnati Dukes today in our very first game in the Continental Football League.
I'm right here with Darnell Williams, running back from the Cincinnati Dukes. Off to a great start so far this season, 200-yard game so far. What were you looking to get out of this, from coming down here to Cincinnati to play for the Dukes?
My main goal is get to the next level, and I feel like the Cincinnati Dukes is going to help me get to the NFL, so I got to keep showcasing what I'm able to do.
When you came out to us from Mount Union, I know we're talking, there's a few different Mount Union guys all around the league, right?
One of them we're playing tomorrow, Nick Turner. So, shout out Nick.
They talk about it all?
No, I don't know nothing about him. Just know that one of my old teammates and friends that I'm close with play for him. So it's going to be a good game tomorrow.
And so what have you guys been focused on? Has it been about putting stuff on film, getting better every week, you know, especially for this game coming up?
Our main focus is getting better. Like, we're focused on us at the end of the day. It's not about no other team. Like, no disrespect to no other team. It's just we're trying to get better every day, and we can only beat ourselves. We're trying to get better at the little things, running better, throwing better, catching better, tackling better. So we're just focusing on things, and it's going to
kind of goals do you have out of the season coming down here?
Getting more exposure, like opening up a lot of people's eyes to like I can really play ball. Like I'm trying to get to the next level, and I'm gonna keep playing until I get one opportunity. All I need is one.
Well, you've been open so far, so thank you very much, and good luck tomorrow night.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too. Thanks. We're right here, and we are here with Ivory Parker, leading tackler here for the Cincinnati Dukes for the first few weeks. Off to a great start. And you come all the way from Buffalo. What's it like coming out here to play?
It's definitely a change of pace. It's a whole lot warmer out here than it is Buffalo. A lot less snow, but it's definitely nice to be out here. It's always the sun's out. High 80s is real nice.
And how about the quality of play we've had out here? The games. I mean, I know we haven't got a chance to play a team in the CoFL quite yet. We'll go next week. But what about the game, the play out here?
So far, I'd say us as the Dukes, I think we're pretty competitive. Everybody, we all playing football, same game as it is in Buffalo as it is here, same stuff.
In the same game, I know the rules in this league are a little different, especially like kind of on the fifth. We only got to do one, the different rules.
So definitely faster pace, but it's not too bad.
And these first few games, defense, especially pushing out the cavalry that last half. What's been some of the adjustments and the things that have happened?
Just being one. That's all it is. Team sport. You just got to be on the same page. Be a whole unit.
And what do you know about the Ironmen, our opponent tomorrow night?
I did reach out to them. They left me on red. So that's all I got.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And just what are you looking for to get out of these last few games and of the season as well?
I think as a team, I really want to. I just want to win the chip. That's really that's the ultimate goal.
Stay right here with Leroy Bauer, safety for the Cincinnati Dukes, in advance of tomorrow's big game against the Ohio Valley Ironmen. Leroy, first off, with these first three games, had a pretty good start on defense. How have you approached these first three games? Is it more about the stuff on film, getting ready for the Ironmen, or a little bit of both?
We're really a little bit of both, you know what I'm saying? We just been trying to work on just playing as a team and trying to do everything as a team and doing all the plays right and just making big plays and just, staying up.
And I remember watching you at Princeton High School making plays out there, and then you've gone on through college. I know you were high U after that. What's it like being able to come back home and play in front of your home fans?
Man, it's a dream come true for real. It means a lot. Like, it's a good feeling just to come back home and play.
What do you know about these Ironmen that we have coming up tomorrow night?
I don't really know too much. I just know that we finna play our game and do our thing and just see how it goes.
And what's it been like in this league? I know the Continental we only got to do it once so far, but you get a little bit of NFL, a little bit of CFL rules. I mean, what's that been like?
Well, the NFL, that's pretty easy because we were playing that our whole life, and so the Continental it's kind of I ain't gonna say it's hard, but it's a good change and like it's a lot of running though. But it's cool to really know both for real. So like
I said pretty good start to the season, but what are you looking for out of the end of this season and looking forward?
yeah, I'm just trying to get some good films, trying to get some good stats and on my team, go farther in the and win some games.
Okay, well, off to a good start, so we'll see you tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Session
And we are here at Mason High School for the main event here. I don't know about you, but with all that's going on in the sports world, this is what I've been waiting for. The Cincinnati Dukes will be hosting the Ohio Valley Ironmen here in Continental Football League action. Here we see the Ironmen taking the field as we speak, as the Dukes are out waiting for the coin toss. And the Ironman captains will head out there. The Dukes come in 2-1. They have 3 games under their belt. This will be game 1 for the Ironmen. So our first chance to look at them. Seen everyone else in the league so far, all 3 Texas teams and even the Texas Herd. Seen the Dukes play. And now we will get to see the Ironmen and what they have. Of course, last year they were pretty good, to say the least. 3 games, they won by a combined score of 166-0, and then nobody would play them after that. So, and actually, in their first game last year was against the Dukes. That was in Moundsville, West Virginia. The Ironmen won that one 45-0. Although it should be said, in that game, neither Kamani Murray nor Grady Kramer were there for that game for the Dukes. It was Mike Crawford who was the quarterback for the Dukes in that game. Didn't do too poorly, all things considered. What were his stats? He was 9 of 17 for 55 yards passing. There were 3 interceptions. Meanwhile, Javante Howard for the Ironmen in that game, he completed 9 of 13 passes for 238 yards and 5 touchdowns. He finished the year pretty impressive, 17 touchdowns to 1 interception in the 3 games, finishing off with an 8-touchdown effort in that last game they played, an 82-0 win against the Tennessee Hornets. The 1 interception he did throw was against the Dukes. Nathan Evans came away with it. So you see the coin toss. And now our head referee, Don Starnes. Looks like the Dukes won it and have deferred. So the Ironmen undoubtedly will get the ball first, just like they did in the game last year. And it took them 1 play to take the lead. The very first play of the game last year, Javante Howard found Kasid Raymond for 65 yards. Raymond, in that game, had 3 catches. All 3 went for touchdowns. He finished with 126 yards on those 3 catches. Finished the year with 7 catches, and 5 of those 7 catches went for touchdowns. So obviously dangerous player to look out for on the Ironmen offense. Of course, they've got dangerous men all over the place. If you look at the running game, Jeremiah Nelson last year, he averaged 14 yards per carry. The Dukes kind of have a counter that, though. Of course, Darnell Williams and their explosive offense, he's coming in averaging over 16 yards a carry, 16.5, 247 yards on 15 carries. The Dukes, of course, last week coming off an impressive performance themselves. Kamani Murray threw 6 touchdowns as they defeated the Kentucky Cavalry 54-24. We are getting ready for tonight's game as Joey Hibbard will kick off for the Dukes from the 35. Ironmen have 2 back deep. Looks like it is Diego Hunter and Nick Turner, I think, is the other one. Hunter, who brought back 3 kicks during his college career, including 1 against West Virginia, while he played at Towson State in Maryland. So 15 minutes showing on the clock. Your officials getting in position. As we will finally see the Ironmen. They are all in white this year. With the black numbers last year, they were blue jerseys with yellow or gold numbers. So they're going to the white and black, or might be a little silver and black. We'll see when the Dukes travel there in 2 weeks to take on the Ironmen here in the north. It's the only game going on in the CoFL. The South will have 1 game, and that will be tomorrow in San Antonio, where the Tall City Black Hole will be at the San Antonio Toros. It was originally scheduled for today, but there's something else going on in San Antonio tonight, so they decided to move that one to tomorrow. Of or that being the NBA Finals. So there is the kick from Hibbard. It is in the landing zone to the 14.
Number 1.
It is, I believe that's Turner who has it, or nope, actually that's Hunter who has it. He is going to be finally pulled down by Sheriff Kamara of the Dukes.
Tackled by number 14.
So the Ironmen will have it at their own 34-yard line. So they will take it first and 10. We'll see get their first look at their offense. Led by, once again, by Javante Howard.
The Ohio Valley Ironmen from the 34-yard line.
Comes back at running back. It looks like Jeremiah Nelson will be the running back behind Howard. Nazir Neal looking towards the sideline for some final instructions.
Number 7 at quarterback.
Howard, quick pass, out. He is going to be surrounded. Looks like Nazir Neal and also Jalen Felt helped bring down. That was Diego Hunter with the catch.
Tackled by a host of Cincinnati Dukes.
So that is a 6-yard gain out to the 40. Second and 4.
Second and 4 from the 40-yard
So
line.
the Ironmen do not score on the first play this time. A little better start for the Dukes defense, if nothing else. So this time it's going to be a handoff. Nelson has it. He looks like he's got a first down. Not going down easy. Does lose a helmet. Again, Feltet and Kamara are there to make the stop. He gets out to the 45, a 5-yard pickup. And the Ironmen have their first down. Nelson heads off. Quincy Winbish now in the game at running back.
We have first and 10 for the Ohio
He ended his
Valley
collegiate
Ironmen.
career at West Liberty after a bit of a travel around the country. So Nelson drops back, throws a short pass. It is caught by Saeed Sidibe. He just steps out of bounds. It'll be, again, another good gain, about 7 yards on first down for the Ironmen. They're not wasting a lot of time getting back to the line.
We have the ball on the 47-yard line.
So
Looks as though the Ironmen.
second and 3 for the Ironmen. And 3 receivers out to the right. There's a snap. It looked like it was supposed to be a handoff. Nelson keeps himself, avoids a big loss, and is run out of bounds.
By number 7, Javante Howard.
So Howard manages to get, he does lose a yard in the process. So it'll be 3rd and 4.
Looks like we have a 3rd and 4 for the Ironmen.
For Ohio Valley, their first 3rd down. 2 minutes into this game. Jeremiah Nelson back at running back for Javante Howard. Sticking with the 3 receiver set to the right. Now we're looking that way. Trying to draw the Dukes off sides, does not. Takes a snap. Quick pass over the middle is too high. Looking for Sidibe.
Intended for number 2.
And it'll be a 4th down for the Ironmen.
And is now 4th and 4.
And a rare sight for them, as coming onto the field, is Isaac Parks to punt. Ironmen punted just once all of last year. Now they will be punting on 4th and 4. Back deep for the Dukes is Nazir Neal. So it's a good snap. The punt by Parks is a good one. Inside the 10, it bounces, and that one goes out at the 1-yard line, and that's where the Dukes will start after a 51-yard punt down to the Dukes' 1-yard line.
Where the Cincinnati Dukes will be.
Want a free t-shirt? Hit like and subscribe to our channel right now for your chance to win. We're giving away t-shirts to random subscribers. Don't miss out. Subscribe now and you could be our next winner.
So we are back. The Dukes at their 1 yard line. As mentioned, the Ironmen don't punt much, and well, Isaac Parks took advantage. He pinned them down at the 1 yard line, just about the perfect punt. Kamani Murray getting his helmet straight, takes the snap. Quick pass is incomplete, looking for Dominic Williams, the running back. He did catch a 33-yard touchdown last week.
Which brings up second and 10 from the 1 yard
No
line.
such luck last time. The Dukes were pinned back at one point last week at the 8 yard line, and Williams broke out and with an 82-yard run flipped the field and put them at the Calvary 10. Like to see something like that again here if you're a Dukes fan. I'll say there's a pretty nice crowd that came up for the Ironmen for this game. So Murray with Darnell Williams as the running back again. There's a pass. It is too high and intercepted. Looking for Michael Smith. It is intercepted, and they're going to get a touchdown on that by Jalen Mack. And the Ironmen are on the board.
Touchdown.
So Kamani Murray looked like he was looking for Michael Smith. He stopped. Jalen Mack did not, and was able to pick that ball off about the 30-yard line. And then he had a pretty easy time making it in for the touchdown, about 2.5, or well, call it 2:46 into this game.
Number 30, Isaac Parks.
And the Ironmen are up 6-0. And on for the extra point will be Anthony Baitko. Parks on the hold. So the NFL extra point. So from the 15-yard line, kick is up. Looks like there's a flag down. The kick is good.
Excuse the correction, it was
So I
Anthony.
don't think it was a flag. It might have been just a foul or something. But the kick is good, and the Ironmen lead 7-0 without needing their offense on the field.
Good.
So it took a little longer last time. It took, I think, 10 seconds for the Ironmen to move ahead of the Dukes. This time, it takes a couple minutes, but Ohio Valley off to a good start. They lead 7-0. Dukes looking to get better field position on the second drive. The opening drive started at their own 1 yard line.
And along with your Cincinnati Dukes.
That was Kamani Murray's first interception he's thrown this season. Of course, he's coming off a pretty impressive performance last week, as we mentioned, against the Calvary, where he completed 15 of 25 passes for 424 yards and 6 touchdowns. So, Ironmen holding up on the sidelines before coming up for this kickoff. This will be their first kick, and some of their players going the wrong way. Now they are headed towards the 40-yard line where they will line up. Dukes with 6 men at the 35, 3 at the 30, and then 2 inside the 20, including Michael Crawford and Darnell Williams.
Back deep, number 0 and number 6 for the Cincinnati Dukes.
So Anthony Baitko here with the kick. He sails it inside the 5 to about the 4 where Williams gets it. Heads up with a bit of steam before he is brought down. The number 22 for the Ironmen, that's Giovanni Williams.
22, Giovanni Williams.
And the Dukes, they will have much better field position, not superior field position, but not the 1 yard line like they had last time. They'll be out to the 30-yard line. So first and 10 Dukes. Let's see what they can do with a little more room to work with this time. So, let's see, they head out. This is Darnell Williams still at running back. We have newcomer Jesse Pruitt by himself to the right. And it looks like we're going to have a timeout by the Dukes. There's a bit of a confusion. They're missing some linemen now.
For the Cincinnati Dukes, we have Kamani Murray, number 1.
Out wide on the other side, we have Tyrell Sanders.
First and 10 from the 30.
And in the slot is Hezekiah Miller. So Murray with the handoff to Williams, who goes around the end. And he's going to be brought down after a nice little gain. In charge on defense is Doc Aitken. So Darnell Williams with about a 4-yard pickup.
Second and 6 from the 34-yard line.
Much better start for this Dukes drive. Murray now 3 receivers to his right. With some instructions to him out there. The Dukes, they head to the line pretty quick here. Murray looks over there one more time. He steps up, avoids pressure. It is, in and out of the hands of Mike Crawford at midfield.
Number 6.
Waiting behind him was Mike Smith. He thought that ball might get through Crawford and into his arms, but just falls to the ground incomplete.
Which brings up a Dukes 3rd and 6 from the
That'll be
34-yard
3rd and
line.
6 for the Dukes. So don't want to miss too many of those opportunities if you are the Dukes. It's a talented team here like the Ironmen. But they will get one more chance at 3rd and 6 here. Murray takes a snap, looks left this time, pumps. He tries to shovel a pass out to Darnell Williams, but it's short. Just a bit too far to get it out there. And it will bring up 4th down for the Dukes. And they will send out Matthew Bolanos on the punt. Bolanos on the season, he has punted 5 times, an average of 37 yards on his punt. Long of 53. So back deep is Diego Hunter for the Ironmen.
The Ironmen is back to receive.
As we mentioned, he is a dangerous returner back there.
And number 20.
You don't want to mess around too much with that. We will be playing with the Continental shift in the 4th quarter today. So we will have CFL rules in the 4th quarter, including no fair catches on punts, but not quite yet. We are still early 1st quarter. Ironman up 7-0. There's a good snap back to Bolanos. Wobbly punt inside the 25 down to the 23. Hunter takes it around, works his way to his own sideline, and trying to reverse field and not able to do it due to the grasp of Daniel Apoku Bamfo. So the Ironmen will have the ball once again with 11:06 remaining in the 1st quarter.
28-yard line.
Want a free t-shirt? Hit like and subscribe to our channel right now for your chance to win. We're giving away
So the Ironmen have it 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line, 2nd drive of the game. They did score on a pick 6 on their 1st possession. Ball was tipped, and it still lands in the hands of Nick Turner.
Number 7.
So Duke's rush got back there, tipped the pass as it got away, but Nick Turner was able to field it almost like a punt.
And number 3 for the Cincinnati Dukes.
Finally brought down by Nadir Neal, but a 21-yard pickup for the Ironmen on a bit of luck there. Dangerous play as the Dukes defense, their rush got back there, but the Ironmen still get a 1st down out of it. So Javante Neal, or Nelson, sorry. He is going to hand off with Winbush, who has room around the left side. He is going to be brought down by Jalen Felsa. So he gets close to a 1st down, but not quite there. About a 9-yard pickup down to the Dukes 42 into Dukes territory. So that's up a pretty favorable situation for the Ironmen. 2nd and 1. As they don't huddle, they just look to the sideline to get the play. Howard, there's a flag in the play. Howard looks over the middle, has his receiver, still on his feet, breaks through one tackle. Leroy Bowers does bring him down. Chris Charles, not easy to bring down. There is a flag downfield. Let's see, or at the line, I should say. See what the call is. So an encroachment against the Dukes, that will be declined, and the Ironmen will be down to the Dukes 20-yard line.
And we have a 1st and 10 for the Ironmen.
With 9:31 showing on the clock. And actually it's going to be the 16-yard line is where they're going to spot that ball. So inside the red zone are the Ironmen. On their second drive of the game.
16-yard line after the
They punted on their first drive. So Javante Howard is going to take a handoff and keep himself around the side and gets out of bounds.
Number 7 out of bounds.
Markeith Jones brings him down. Don't know if that play was designed, but didn't end up too badly for the Ironmen.
He gets
to the 13-yard line, a 3-yard pickup. The Ironmen, as I mentioned, this is game number 1 for them. So might see some of those miscommunications or other small misunderstandings that other teams already ironed out. Who would have thought that might be the one advantage the Dukes have in this, and maybe they could get off to a fast start, but it is the Ironmen up 7-0 and driving at the Dukes 13-yard line. Howard looks right, now to left, fires a pass, and it is short. Looking for his receiver in the back of the end zone. And I'll bring up another 3rd down for the Ironmen. I think that was Saeed Sidibe he was looking for back there. So 3rd and 7 for the Ironmen. They were stopped on their only other 3rd down attempt so far. So they're going to keep Winbush as the running back. Howard, high snap, hands off, draw play to the right. Slip through Cameron Smith's tackle. He's brought down by Nazir Neal. He's going to be just short. Actually, Marquise Jones with the tackle. So a little delayed draw. But the Dukes were able to bring it down at the 9.
On the 8-yard line.
That'll be 4th and 3, and the Ironmen are kicking a field goal, or attempting one at least. A 26-yard attempt.
Lined up for a field goal.
Once again, on for the kick is Anthony Baco. And again, Isaac Parks is going to put it down for him.
Will be kicking.
The kick, a 26-yard field goal attempt. Good snap, good kick. Good hold and good kick. And as we head under 7.5 minutes to go in the first quarter, 7:15 showing on the clock, and the Ironmen lead 10-0.
Want to reach more customers? Advertise your business during our live sports streams. Connect with your local community and boost your brand. Email us today at reachmorecustomers@edrivenscore.com. That's reachmorecustomers@edrivenscore.com.
We're back here at Mason High School, Dwyer Field, Atrium Stadium. Dan right here on eDriven Score and United Football Media. There is the kickoff, and Darnell Williams fields it just short of the goal line, brings it out, bounce back, and credit that to Dox Aiken, who pushed his man in to Darnell Williams and caused him to fall down. And the Dukes will start at the 22-yard line. So a nice kick. And a good job on special teams as the Dukes will start at their 22. We'll kind of wonder if Williams let that drop, and it landed in the end zone, maybe out at the 35, but he did elect to go for the return. So they will start at the 22. That drive by the Ironmen, it was 7 plays, 63 yards. It resulted in the 26-yard field goal by Anthony Bateko. So Murray drops back pass, floats pass over the middle, and could not find Hezekiah Miller. He was trying to get back past the safety. Looks like Caleb Ham was back there. Miller could not get around him, and it'll be second down for the Dukes. They go for the home run on this second possession of theirs, or actually third possession. The first resulted in a touchdown for the Ironmen as the Dukes started at their 1-yard line. Had more reasonable field position since then, but have not been able to move it on this tough Ironman defense that has never surrendered a point in 3 games. So Murray thinks about it, and his pass is out of the hands of Tyrell Sanders. So that'll bring up a 3rd and long for the Dukes. Not a good situation for them, because they do not want to give this ball back to the Ironmen. So far, Murray 0 for 6 passing to start this game. The positive play was the 4-yard run by Williams, the first play of their second drive. So Murray with 2 receivers on either side. He sends Jesse Pruitt in motion behind him. Drops back, and he is going to be surrounded. Ball comes out, and it is picked up. Do not hear a whistle, and that's going to be a touchdown for Deshaun Bell. So the Ironmen have now put 2 touchdowns on the board versus just 1 field goal for the offense. So the most explosive unit in this game is the Ohio Valley defense. Couldn't see who got to Murray first, as he was surrounded by a bunch of Ironmen. I do know Shimani Williams was one of them. And then Deshaun Bell just scooped that ball up and brought it in for the touchdown. So Ohio Valley will look to add the extra point here. Anthony Betko once again. And good snap and hold, and kick goes a little right, but is through the uprights. And the Ohio Valley lead is now 17-0. Just over 8 minutes into this game.
Need custom shirts or uniforms fast? For any event, weddings, vacations, reunions, memorials, team building, sports, we've got you. Walk in today and create your own personalized t-shirts, hoodies, or sweatshirts. No minimums, just your design, done fast. We're fast, local, and ready to bring your idea to life.
We're back here at Mason High School, Dan right here on United Football Media and E-Driven Score. A nice crowd on hand, including several from the Ohio Valley area, to see a great start for the Ironmen. They're up 17-0 thanks to 2 defensive scores. And this is going to be Hezekiah Miller fielding this at about the 6-yard line, makes his way upfield. He slipped through 1 tackle, but is brought down by Leon Crawford. So he gets across the 30-yard line up to about the 32-yard line. The Dukes will have it first and 10, 6:40 showing on the clock. The Dukes look to get something going on offense. No first down so far. In fact, the Ironmen have 14 points off Duke offensive possession so far, including the pick 6 by Jalen Mack and the fumble scoop and score by Deshaun Bell. So Kwani Murray with 3 receivers to his left. Darnell Williams back. Murray, quick pass. It is complete. And he is brought down. That was Jesse Pruitt with the catch. Ronte Dunbar with the stop. That is going to be a pretty nice start for the Dukes here. They got the 39, a 7-yard pickup. Murray's first completion in 7 attempts here. So we have 3 receivers out to the left for Murray, and Pruitt by himself on the right. Miller, Spikes, and I'm going to guess that Sanders out wide. Murray takes a snap, looks right, rolls left. That's going to be a short pass to Williams. He's got some room along the sideline. He is pushed out of bounds and knocks the bench over, pushed out by Mike Smith Jr. There is a late flag. Dukes did pick up a first down on that play. So there's going to be, looks like this one might go against the Ironmen. The initial signal seems to be on sportsmanlike conduct on them. The Dukes, that will move the Dukes into Ironman territory. That is the call. So the Dukes get the first down, and then an added first down after that. They move down to the 40-yard line. Smith, he's still talking out there, so I don't know what he might have said, but it was the wrong thing, obviously, for the officials. As the Dukes will have a first down in Ironman territory down to the 40-yard line. So, a clock movement or change, they still need to move. They're still sitting back at the old spot. Now, it looks like they're on the move as the Dukes get set. Sending 2 receivers to either side. And Darnell Williams in the backfield. Got a chance to talk to him yesterday. He had actually, facing one of his teammates, is Nick Turner from the Ironmen, and him both went to Mount Union for college. So Kobe on spikes, in motion to the left. Murray, quick pass out to Williams. Gets in the backfield, gets ahead to about the 40-yard line. So back to the line of scrimmage, stopped by LaShawn Paulino. So Murray, they're actually going to mark that as like a loss of a yard. Like it's 2nd and 11, but Murray seems to have found an outlet in Darnell Williams. That's his 2nd catch of the game. So 3 receivers out to the wide side. Murray takes a snap, looks left to Williams again. Has room on the left side. He is, looks like he might be out just short. It is going to be 1 yard short. Chased out, I believe, by Leon Crawford. So a 10-yard pickup. Makes it 3rd and 1 now for the Dukes. See what they will do in this short yardage situation. They do take Williams out and send in Dominic Williams and Tyler Anderson. Anderson now heads back to the bench, so it looks like it'll be Dominic Williams probably getting, or at least running back and likely getting a handoff here, unless the Dukes decide to take advantage of the situation and do something a little riskier with a chance on 3rd and 1. They do have 2 receivers on their side. It is a handoff. And Williams stretches the ball out, but he is going to be stopped short. Getting in there for the Ironmen was Chance Knight. Kevin Thurman was also there to help bring him down. And it'll be 4th down for the Dukes. They are going to keep the offense on the field. Of course, they do get the benefit of this 4th down, something we'll not have in the 4th quarter when we go to the Continental shift. But for now, as we head towards 3 minutes to go, the Dukes will go for it on 4th and 1. Trying to keep this drive going. It is Tyler Anderson now, the running back behind Murray. He gets handoff. runs into his own lineman. I think he's going to be short. He tried to reach the ball out but could not. The official is in there spotting it, and he is short. The Ironmen hold on 3rd and 4th and 1 against Chance Knight was there. LaShawn Paulino helped bring a stop to it, as well as Kevin Thurman. And Ohio Valley, once again, their defense comes up big. Not with a score this time, but with a stop. They stop the Dukes at the Ironman 31-yard line.
From the 31-yard line.
2:49 showing on the clock. Ohio Valley heads out, looking to add to a 17-0 lead, although this offense has not managed to get in the end zone. It's been the defense with both touchdowns for Ohio Valley. Looks like we're going to have a new running back. Jada Byers gets his chance at running back for Ohio Valley, along with 4 receivers, 2 to either side of Javante Howard. He sends a man in motion, fakes a jet sweep, then the handoff is to Byers. He makes one man miss, cuts back to the other side, picks up a block. He's working his way downfield. Byers is slipping through. He's still up, and finally the Dukes are going to pull him down at the 6-yard line. So finally get him downfield. Jada Felton and Abraham Steelabay, but quite a debut from Jada Byers, as he takes it all the way down to, looks like the 7-yard line. A 62-yard gain on his first play at running back. And he's going to stay in there. Let's see, they might let him finish this drive. Heading towards 2 minutes showing on the clock. Ironman keeping the same formation, 2-by-2, with Byers as the running back for Javante Howard, the quarterback. Here is the snap. He's going to look to the right. Quick pass is out. And it is going to be brought down short. Kaseed Raymond with the catch the first time he has caught the ball against the Dukes and not scored, as Jalen Felta brought him down just short of the goal line, down to the 1-yard line. Raymond last year's game against the Dukes had 3 catches for 3 touchdowns. So it'll be 2nd and goal for the Ironmen. They take a little time here, getting their instructions. Taking their time now, looking for their first offensive touchdown. They benefited from 2 scores on the defensive end. So Howard with Byers behind him. It is going to be Howard keeping himself, and he's going to be cut down by Marquise Jones, as the Dukes are not letting the Ironmen in the end zone easy. He actually lost a yard or 2. Looks like 1 yard. They're going to mark it at the 2. So now 3rd and goal for the Ironmen. Could be the final play of the first quarter. We're under a minute to go. Dukes trying to keep it a 17-0 game. The Ironmen send 3 receivers out the right. And it'll be Saeed Sidibe on the left. Byers still the running back. Howard takes snap. Hands off to Byers, and he's not going to get there. Terry Ramsey brings him down. A yard short. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. The Ironmen leading 17-0, and a decision to make on 4th and goal.
With the Ironmen lead.
This weekend, step into an adventure with Escape Room Family in Cincinnati. Pick from 5 theme experiences: the castle, the jungle, pirate ship, Wizard Academy, and our seasonal special. Team up, solve clever puzzles, escape together. Book now and turn an ordinary day into unforgettable fun. Escape Room Family, book the fun today.
There's a lot happening in our sports community. and we don't want you to miss a moment. From live stream schedules, athlete shoutouts, to local events and giveaways, our newsletter keeps you informed. It's not just news, it's a reminder of why we show up, why this matters. Join our newsletter today, stay informed, stay inspired, be part of the movement.
We are back here for the second quarter here on E-Driven Score and United Football Media. The Ironmen will be going for it on 4th and goal from the 1. Dante Howard steps up. Got to watch for a sneak here, and now he goes back between his 2 running backs here. Jada Byers and Jeremiah Nelson. It'll be, looks like Byers bouncing, spinning, and in for the Ironman touchdown.
Number 3 of the Ironmen, Jada Byers.
So Jada Byers starts this drive with a 62-yard run inside Duke's territory and finishes off with a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Ironmen are now up 23-0 with 14:54 showing in the second quarter. So on once again for the Ironmen is Anthony Baitko for this extra point. It'll be from the 15-yard line. Been pretty good so far. Looking to make it 3 for 3. He also has a 26-yard field goal to his credit. That kick is away, and that one is good. So it is 24-0. Ironmen.
Ironmen 24.
They're off to a great start.
Cincinnati Dukes 0.
This now brings their total to 190 to 0 to start their existence after going 166 and 0 against their opponents, outscoring them 166 points to nothing last year. So the Dukes looking to regroup here in the second quarter. I guess if nothing else, they're not going to have to start another drive at their own 1-yard line. Their initial drive of the game started at the 1 after the Ironmen punt by Isaac Parks pinned them there. And then 2 plays later, Jalen Mack intercepted a pass and brought it back for a touchdown, and the Ironmen have been up ever since.
Yeah, number 82.
24-0 as we speak here, early second quarter. Darnell Williams and Hezekiah Miller will be back deep to return for the Dukes. So there is the ready for play whistle as everyone is properly aligned for this dynamic kickoff. Baitko, that kick is in the end zone and on a fly. That is not what you want to do on this kickoff, because that'll send the Dukes out to the, I believe, the 35-yard line. So the Dukes, that would be their best field position of the game.
Many of the fans out there in the first 3 quarters will be playing NFL rules.
Actually, they're going to spot it. Looks like
and then
the 30-yard line.
Continental shift rules for the 4th quarter.
With 14:54 on the clock.
For the Dukes from the 30-yard line.
So the Dukes, they should start a drive at their own 32, but most of their drives have been around here. They had a nice drive going last time with the aid of a penalty. And they stalled out about the 30-yard line, could not convert a 3rd or 4th and 1. There's going to be a pitch to Darnell Williams. Works his way to the sideline. He is brought out there by number 16 for the Ironmen, Caleb Ham.
He pushed out by number 17 and 34 of the Ironmen.
So about a 4-yard pickup though for Williams. Again, not a bad start for the Dukes. He's been most of the offense, 23 yards, 8 on the ground, and 15 through the air. They have 18 total, including the sack, which went against it. Brought that total number down. So Murray surveys the field, both sides. Swings it out to Williams again. Spits out of one tackle, but he has not much room to run out of that, as the rest of the Ironmen are there, including Jalen Mack.
Which brings up a 3rd and
So he did get a yard out of that.
for the
So
Dukes.
it'll be 3rd and 5 for the Dukes, where he has been betrayed a bit by his receivers. They've had a couple of drops that have not helped. But he might need them to come through here on 3rd and 5. Drops back. It is short. Looks like Kobe and Spikes was the only one over there.
Number 18
It was
of the Dukes.
incomplete.
Bright
And
green.
it'll be 4th down for the Dukes. And once again on the punt will be Matthew Bolanos. Diego Hunter back deep for the Ironmen.
Number 11 of the Ironmen.
So another short drive for the Dukes. Bolanos looks like he's asking for one more player. Actually needed 2 more. Now the Dukes appear to be set. They send their gunners off to the far side. So I think there still looks to be a bit of confusion on Dukes, but I think we're going to get this punt snap anyways. It is away. Gets bounces, and Hunter's going to let it roll inside the 30 to the 20 and down to the 17-yard line. A pretty nice punt by Matthew Bolanos. Will pin the Ironmen inside their own 20.
And will take over at their own 17-yard line.
So 13-12 showing on the clock after a 48-yard punt by Bolanos. And I believe it might be the Ironmen's worst field possession to start the game. They will start their own 17-yard line, 83 yards away from the end zone. They're looking pretty dominant on the stat sheet. They have 150 yards of offense to just 19 for the Dukes. And even more damaging to the Dukes are the 2 turnovers that both turned immediately into Ironman touchdowns. So Ironman looks like both teams are now set. Dominic Williams looks like he'll be coming off the edge. Jeremiah Nelson back at running back. Howard's going to use him as a blocker. Fire pass, and almost picked off by Marquise Jones. Through his hands, through Nick Turner's hands, and just falls harmlessly incomplete. Big opportunity there for the Dukes. If Marquise Jones could have held on to that, there was nobody in front of him, and he could have given the Ironmen a taste of their own medicine as the Dukes defense could have gotten on the board. So 2nd and 10 for the Ironmen. Howard's 5'8" so far. 66 yards through the air. Ironmen have 84 on the ground, including a 62-yard run by Jada Byers. So it's going to be a handoff to Jeremiah Nelson. He is going to be brought down from behind. That was Sheriff Kamara bringing him back down. So that'll bring up a 3rd and long for the Ironmen. There is no gain on that play.
We had no gain on the play. It brings up a 3rd and 10 from the 17-yard line.
Now 3rd and 10 for the Ironmen. Dukes with an opportunity to get a stop and probably get good field position out of this. Although Parks has showed a pretty nice leg today. High snap. Howard does manage to handle it. Fires downfield. And it is caught and tailing the sidelines. Concede Raymond finally out of bounds. But the Ironmen with a big gain on 3rd and 10. And instead of Dukes getting great field position, the Ironmen are down to the 35-yard line. So there are 2 receivers down there. It was Raymond who hauled it in. The Dukes defensive backs over there talking about it. Actually, I'm marking at the 34-yard line. That's a 49-yard pickup. He just picked up half the field just about on that play. The Ironmen look to keep things going. We're going to keep Nelson in the backfield for Howard. It is going to be Nelson with the handoff. He is going to be brought down by Gabriel Bookman. Duke's defense with a stop for no gain. So another good start to the set of downs for the Dukes. But they're going to need to do it for 3 downs. The Ironmen, without lead of huddle, looking over to the sidelines for the play. Head coach Manny Metsakis. Got 3 receivers to the right. Raymond by himself to the left. Actually, that was Raymond on the right. Howard doesn't find anybody. Bookman is going to pull him down. Gabriel Bookman with the sack. And he has a pretty nice contingent in the crowd who's excited about that play. There is going to be there is a player down, and I think we're going to have an injury timeout with the Ironmen facing 3rd down.
Matching never felt so meaningful. Our cozy hoodies and sweatshirts are perfect for couples who want to cherish their special moments together. Personalize yours today and make that date unforgettable. Visit almosttwins.com and create your love story in style. Almosttwins.com is where every date becomes a statement.
In a world dominated by million-dollar contracts, flashy endorsements, and the glitz of professional sports, there exists a hidden realm where the game is played not for fame or fortune, but for pure passion. Welcome to the underground football scene. Here, there are no stadiums filled with thousands of cheering fans, no TV contracts, and no lucrative shoe deals. Just men, united by a love for the game. These are the Cincinnati Dukes, a semi-pro football team that embodies the spirit of resilience and brotherhood. Every practice, every tackle, every touchdown tells a story of sacrifice and dedication. In this arena, the stakes are not measured in dollars, but in heart and soul. It's about representing your community, forging lifelong friendships, and keeping the love of football alive against all odds. Join us as we explore the journey of the Cincinnati Dukes, a testament to the unwavering spirit of those who play for the love of the game.
There's a lot happening in our sports community, and we don't want you to miss a moment. From live stream schedules, athlete shoutouts, to local events and giveaways, our newsletter keeps you informed. It's not just news, it's a reminder of why we show up, why this matters. Join our newsletter today, stay informed, stay inspired, be part of the movement.
Thank you very much.
This weekend, step into adventure with Escape Room Family in Cincinnati. Pick from 5 theme experiences: the castle, the jungle, pirate ship, wizard academy, and our seasonal special. Team up, solve clever puzzles, escape together. Book now and turn an ordinary day into unforgettable fun. Escape Room Family, book the fun today.
That was Sheriff Kamara, the player down for the Dukes, carted off. Hope he's okay. As we return to action, it'll be 3rd and 20 for the Ironmen following the sack by Gabriel Bookman. See what Ohio Valley can do on 3rd and 20. They converted 3rd and 10 moments ago with a 49-yard pass. Some pass over the middle is tipped and still caught. Number 18, Chris Charles brings in the tipped pass. Nearly intercepted by the Dukes. Instead, it results in an Ironman first down. That's the second time today one of those passes has landed in the arms of an Ironman. So that is going to be down to the 18-yard line. Good for 26 yards and a first down. Actually, even this drive even started with a play that the Dukes nearly picked off, but instead just fell incomplete. So everything going the Ironman way here so far, including this 24-0 lead. I don't know if they need a lot of help for that lead, but they're certainly not going to turn it down. Howard, quick pass. That one is caught. The more conventional way, spinning and staying in bounds, not being brought down, still making his way downfield, is Nick Turner, the teammate of Darnell Williams.
With number 7,
looks like
Trayvon
Burnett and Leroy Bowers might have finally brought him down. Nick Turner not going down easy. That'll be another first down for the Ironmen. First and goal from the 7. They're looking to add to a 24-0 lead. We handle 6 minutes in to the second quarter. Ironmen looking to make a statement here in their season opener. Looking to show they are the top dog here in the north. And worthy foe for the San Antonio Toros, who seem to be making their name as the top dog in the south. So Howard, quick pass, and Turner is brought down just short of the end zone. Nazir Neal not letting him in.
He is down at the
So it'll be second and goal for the Ironmen.
half-yard line. It is now
The
second and
Dukes
goal.
not making it easy for the Ironmen. And this clock keeps running towards the 8-minute mark. And Jeremiah Nelson is the running back for Javante Howard. And it is Nelson straight up the middle, and he is going to make his way in for the touchdown. And the Ironmen extend their lead with just under 8 minutes to go in the second quarter. So
Ironman 30.
the Ironmen both their touchdowns, offensive touchdowns, on the ground. Jada Byers had one earlier. Jeremiah Nelson with this one. And now we'll have Anthony Benko looking to add an extra point for the 4th time in this first half. So light breeze at his back. It's a kick high and through the uprights and extending the Ohio Valley lead to 31-0.
The score 31, Ironmen 0 Dukes.
This worked on the last drive. They picked up 1 yard for 2 plays and then 26 yards. But I would not advise relying on that. So 2nd and 9, Murray looks to left, going deep for Sanders, who ends up playing defensive back and knocking it away from Ronte Dunbar, the defensive back, the actual defensive back, who was better positioned to make that catch. So that'll make it 3rd and 9 for the Dukes.
17, Ronte Dunbar.
Sanders has been held without a catch so far in the game. Coming in, he was the leading receiver for the Dukes with 10 catches for 270 yards and 2 touchdowns. Dukes, of course, last week had 3 different receivers cross the 100-yard mark.
It brings up the Dukes, 3rd and 9.
The team right now, they have 38 yards passing. So the Dukes in the Ironmen territory for the 2nd straight drive. Facing a 3rd and 9 here. Murray drops back, fires over the middle, and it is intercepted by Giovanni Williams, who's got room to run. Murray is going to bring him down. Nice job by Kamani Murray not giving up on the play and making the stop. But that'll be the 3rd turnover of the game, and the Ironmen will have the ball at the Dukes 40-yard line. So Murray looking over the middle. Williams was right there instead. He picked it off, and he brought it back about 25 yards to the 40-yard line. Yeah, good job by Murray for making the stop. But the Ironmen will have 5 minutes plus with a chance to add to its already a 31-0 lead. And this what's so far been a statement first half for them. So the Ironmen quickly off the sidelines and ready to go, looking to get their 3rd offensive touchdown of the game. There's the handoff. Howard drops back, looking for the receiver deep, and that one is intercepted. The Dukes get it right back. He was looking for Rodney Pierre. I think it might have been Leandre Pope who brought it in for the Dukes. And the Dukes get the ball back. They will start inside their own 5-yard line, however, but better than giving up a touchdown. They get the ball back. Just the 2nd interception Howard has thrown, and both have been against the Dukes. So just 15 seconds, or actually 16 seconds ran off the clock. They're going to mark this at the 3. Good job by Pope. As Pierre's got a pretty big frame, 6'4", 210, and Pope was able to box him out and come down with the rebound, or in this case, the interception. So the Dukes with a long field to work with. They've had a couple successful, somewhat successful drives. They've moved into Ironman territory, but not been able to capitalize. And we're going to have a timeout by the Dukes before this next play.
Every love story is unique, and every date has a story. Celebrate your special day with custom hoodies and sweatshirts from almosttwins.com. Whether it's your wedding date or anniversary, wear it close to your heart and show the world your love. Matching never felt so meaningful. Our cozy hoodies and sweatshirts are perfect for couples who want to cherish their special moments together. Personalize yours today and make that date unforgettable. Visit almosttwins.com and create your love story in style. Almosttwins.com is where every date becomes a statement.
So 4:50 showing on the clock. Dukes coming out of a timeout. 1st and 10 at their own 3 after the Leandre Pope interception. Looks like the Ironmen are coming after Murray, but it is Darnell Williams getting out of the end zone and picking up across the 5-yard line. Looks like Caleb Ham helped bring him down.
Number 24.
So out to the, they're going to mark it at the 6, so a 3-yard pickup for Darnell Williams. Not quite to the 100 yards that he's had twice so far. 3 carries for 11 yards so far. He also has 4 catches for 16 yards. He leading the team in receiving. There's a pass. Tyrell Sanders with his first catch of the game, but he's going to be surrounded by quite a few Ohio Valley defensive players, including Ronte Dunbar and Mike Smith Jr.
To number 13 with the host of Ironmen.
So that gets them out to the 8-yard line.
Kids in the audience.
So 3rd and 5 now as the Dukes
There'll be a punt, pass, and kick.
Inch the ball forward. Needing 5 yards on this play to avoid giving the ball back to the Ironmen. With about 3 minutes to go. So Murray directing his running back Williams where to go. Now I think he's got him set. Looking to the receivers to the left. Murray looks over the middle. It is juggled but caught by Sanders. And good for Duke's first down. Leon Crawford brings him down. Now he gets it out to, they're going to mark it out to the 18-yard line, a 10-yard pickup. Duke, this short passing game has proved to be somewhat effective, although they haven't been able to sustain it long enough to get on the board just yet. Under the 3-minute mark. 3 receivers out to the right. Murray is going to hand off to Williams. He's going to be met in the backfield and not go anywhere. That was Kevin Thurman, who did not let him get anything. So it's going to be a loss of 2. So 2nd and 12 for the Dukes. Does keep the clock moving, so helps them avoid giving the ball back to the Ironmen with too much time. I'm not sure if they'll have to make another step or not before the 2-minute warning. 2:24 showing on the clock. It's going to be close. They are breaking the huddle with about 2:15 left. And Tyrell Sanders on his own. Murray looks his way, and it is incomplete. He was one-on-one with Ronte Dunbar. Sanders, however, stopped, and Murray's pass did not. And that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning with the Dukes facing a 3rd and 12.
Very much.
There's a lot happening in our sports community, and we don't want you to miss a moment. From live stream schedules, athlete shoutouts, to local events.
So we're back here on United Football Media and E-Driven Score. Dan Wright here with 2 minutes remaining. 3rd and 12 for the Dukes. See if they just try to keep this clock running, or if they try to do something here. It is Murray looking to do something, but man on his face, he has a receiver open. It is, that's a catch.
We had a catch in bounds.
That is quite a juggling catch by Jesse Pruitt before he's knocked out by Jalen Mack. So the Dukes with the best of both worlds. There is a whistle here. Let's see if they're just stopping the clock perhaps, as he did get out of bounds. So he was out of bounds, so the clock does stop on that. Under 2 minutes in the half. That pass out to the 32-yard line, 16-yard pickup. And Kamani Murray's up to 78 yards passing. This time it is a handoff. Tyler Anderson breaks through the line, leaps over a guy, and he is finally brought down. I think Chase Knight brought him down. Chance Knight, excuse me. But Tyler Anderson with another Dukes first down. He is out to the 44-yard line, a 12-yard gain, the longest run of the game for the Dukes. Clock is running, a minute half to go in the half. Darnell Williams replaces Tyler Anderson, who just picked up 12 yards, leaping over a defender. So the Dukes send 3 receivers out to the right, and as usual, it's Tyrell Sanders one-on-one with Ronte Dunbar to the left. So Darnell Williams to the other side, now in motion, out wide. Murray by himself, steps up, he slips through a potential tackle, Sanders catches it, he spins out of the tackle, back in bounds and forced out of bounds by Caleb Ham. So the Dukes called timeout. I don't think they needed to. Sanders did get out of bounds. Let's see if they make them take this timeout or not. It looks like it will be a timeout by the Dukes as they are down to the Ironmen 39-yard line with just under a minute remaining in the first half.
When you support us on Patreon, you're not just supporting a broadcast. You're fueling a mission to build love, pride, and to uplift every team, every athlete, everywhere. Visit us on patreon.com/edrivenscore to show your support.
So 53 seconds remaining. The Dukes looking to get on the board before this half ends. Trying to be the first team to do so in 3+ games against this Ohio Valley Ironman defense, who've already scored twice on their own side. A pick 6 and a scoop and score to start the scoring of this game, or the touchdowns at this game at least. There was a field goal in between. Kamani Murray sends Darnell Williams out wide. He is brought down from behind. Ball came out, but Murray got back on top of it. I think that might have been Chance Knight who brought him down. Let's see. Yes, that was Chance Knight with the sack. The Dukes end up with the ball at the Ironman 47, an 8-yard loss. Clock is running, under 30 seconds to go. So the Dukes do get off. Murray is going to be got down by Knight again, this time in Ironman territory. We're under 10 seconds remaining. I don't know if the Dukes are even going to get another play off. They're going to mark him down at the 45. And that is going to be the end of the half, it appears. And after one half, quite a statement by these Ohio Valley Ironmen. They lead the Cincinnati Dukes 31-0.
This weekend, step into adventure with Escape Room Family in Cincinnati. Pick from 5 theme experiences: the castle, the jungle, pirate ship, Wizard Academy, and our seasonal special. Team up, solve clever puzzles, escape together. Book now and turn an ordinary day into unforgettable fun. Escape Room Family, book the fun today.
very much.
Want to reach more customers? Advertise your business during our live sports streams. Connect with your local community and boost your brand. Email us today at reachmorecustomers@edrivenscore.com. That's reachmorecustomers@edrivenscore.com.
Every love story is unique, and every date has a story. Celebrate your special day with custom hoodies and sweatshirts from almostwins.com. Whether it's your wedding date or anniversary, wear it close to your heart and show the world your love.
In a world dominated by million-dollar contracts, flashy endorsements, and the glitz of professional sports, there exists a hidden realm where the game is played not for fame or fortune, but for pure passion. Welcome to the underground football scene. Here, there are no stadiums filled with thousands of cheering fans, no TV contracts, and no lucrative shoe deals. Just men, united by a love for the game. These are the Cincinnati Dukes, a semi-pro football team that embodies the spirit of resilience and brotherhood. Every practice, every tackle, every touchdown tells a story of sacrifice and dedication. In this arena, the stakes are not measured in dollars, but in heart and soul. It's about representing your community, forging lifelong friendships, and keeping the love of football alive against all odds. Join us as we explore the journey of the Cincinnati Dukes, a testament to the unwavering spirit of those who play for the love of the game.
Matching never felt so meaningful. Our cozy hoodies and sweatshirts are perfect for couples who want to cherish their special moments together. Personalize yours today and make that date unforgettable. Visit almosttwins.com and create your love story in style. Almosttwins.com is where every date becomes a statement.
When you support us on Patreon, you're not just supporting a broadcast. You're fueling a mission to build love, pride, and to uplift every team, every athlete, everywhere. Visit us on patreon.com/edrivenscore to show your support.
This weekend, step into adventure with Escape Room Family in Cincinnati. Pick from 5 theme experiences: the castle, the jungle, pirate ship, wizard academy, and our seasonal special. Team up, solve clever puzzles, escape together. Book now and turn an ordinary day into unforgettable fun. Escape Room Family, book the fun today.
So we are back here, 1/2 down, 1 to go. Ironmen up with 31-0 at halftime here at Mason High School on E-Driven Score and United Football Media. Continental Football League action. We will play with the Continental shift in the 4th quarter. I don't know, 31 points. I know it's supposed to be fast-paced, give teams a chance to come back. I don't know, 31 points might be a little much for that. Pretty dominant half for the Ironmen as they outgained the Dukes 233 yards to 90. Interesting enough, in the game last year, Jonte Howard was 9 of 13 for 238 yards. The first half today, he was 9 of 13 for 148 yards and 1 interception in each of those games. For the Dukes, Kamani Murray is 11 of 21 with 2 interceptions and he has 95 yards. Darnell Williams leads in receptions, 4 for 16. Tyrell Sanders has 3 catches for 29 yards. Tyler Anderson, leading rusher for the Dukes, 4 carries for 14 yards. On the Ironman side, Jada Byers has 3 carries for 64 yards. One of those was a 62-yard run. He also has a touchdown. Jeremiah Nelson has a touchdown run. Ironmen have not scored through the air. Nick Turner leads in receptions, 3 catches for 38 yards. Kassid Raymond has 2 catches for 55 yards, and Chris Charles 2 for 52. He has a pair of 26-yard catches. The Ironmen scored twice on the defensive end. The first 2 touchdowns of the game. One was an interception by Jalen Mack that he brought back for a touchdown. Then after a 26-yard field goal by Anthony Baitko, we had a 4-yard scoop and score by Deshaun Bell. The Ironman then added on in the second quarter. Jada Myers scoring from a yard out. Jeremiah Nelson scoring from a yard out. So We will start the third quarter with a kickoff by the Ironmen. Will be Anthony Baker to kick. Back deep we have Hezekiah Miller and I think, nope, that's not Terrell Sanders, that's Tyree Bolden, it looks like, is the other returner for the Dukes. Baker generally has done a good job, actually a pretty good job, getting him deep into the landing zone, but he did get one a bit too far and it landed in the end zone on the fly, not what you want on this dynamic kickoff. So there is a low kick. It is going to land. Good job getting inside the 5 and going downfield, and that was Tyree Bolden who returned it. Joshua Hawley brought that to an abrupt end. So Dukes are out to the 30-yard line to start this drive. First and 10 Dukes. Kamani Murray, a little bit short of last week's effort, in which he was 15 of 25 for 424 yards and 6 touchdowns. He is 11 of 21 for 95 yards in the first half. No touchdowns as the Ironmen remain unscored upon through 3.5 games. These two teams will meet again in Martins Ferry in 2 weeks. 2 weeks and 1 day. It'll be a Sunday night game between the Dukes and the Ironmen at Purple Rider Stadium. That'll be, I believe, the Ironmen home opener. So Murray fakes handoff to Anderson. Hezekiah Miller catches a short pass, has a block along the sideline, and he is forced out of bounds. And the Dukes, that short passing game has enabled them to move the ball a bit. They get a first down out to the 42, a 12-yard pickup. So first down for the Dukes. Good start to this second half for them. Tomorrow night in the CoFL, the Tall City Black Gold will take on the San Antonio Toros in their first game at Wheatley Heights Stadium in San Antonio. Next week will feature all of the South. The Syndicate will play the Toros in San Antonio. The Herd will play the Black Gold. So Murray, his pass, he did not see a receiver initially, and he gets out of bounds. He was chased by C.J. Wright. I suppose Jesse Pruitt was the receiver. He was sort of over on that side. So that'll make up 2nd and 10 for the Dukes. The Ironmen were ready for the short pass that time. I wonder if the Dukes will try and take advantage of their success there. Maybe do the hitch and go or one of those variety of passes. Take advantage of the aggressive press defense that the Ironmen are showing on their receivers. Murray looking over at Pierre, or Pruitt rather. He looks that way. Back shoulder, Pruitt brings it in and is out of bounds. So another first down for the Dukes, just in front of Ronte Dunbar. And the Dukes will be in Ironman territory at the 41. So another first down for the Dukes. They have 9 first downs in the game, just like the Ironmen actually. They have managed to move the ball some, just haven't been able to finish drives. They've stalled out usually about this point in the drive. There's a handoff to Williams. Fakes a man, bounces it outside. Has the edge, is downfield, and finally chased out of bounds by Caleb Ham. Darnell Williams showing some speed for the Dukes. He has them down to the 25-yard line, a 16-yard pickup. So the Dukes come out in the second half. Strong drive. They're down to the 25. I believe this is the furthest they've gotten in the game. Murray sends 3 receivers out to the right, 1 to left. Telling Kobion Sykes to get a little closer. Now he's got everyone situated. Short pass too far for Williams. He was going to lead him into trouble, so Williams thought better of it, just let it go out of bounds. There was a ton of defenders. Joshua Hawley, I think, was going to deliver another blow if Williams caught that. So he will live to fight another day. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Dukes. They look to keep this drive going. Opening drive of the second half. Ironmen ahead 31-0. Their defense came away with 2 scores early, and they have pretty much been in control all the way. But these two teams meet again in 2 weeks. The Dukes trying to figure out this puzzle here, see what they can be successful at. Murray keeps it himself. He gets down to back to the line of scrimmage. Tried to fold. There was a brief hold, but that quickly closed. So Josh Hawley, and I think Chance Knight might have been in there as well. Either him or CJ Wright, couldn't tell exactly. Either way, it's no gain on that run by Kamani Murray. 3rd and 10 from the 25. Do wonder if the Dukes don't get this first down. They could elect to kick a field goal and just try to get points on the board. The first points allowed by the Ironmen, or will they work to get a touchdown? They are working on the kick snap on the sideline. Murray firing to pass the end zone. Colby on spikes is on his own, open, and a touchdown for the Dukes. So that is it. 6 minutes into the 3rd quarter, and the Ironmen have finally been scored upon. All by himself, Kobe on spikes just had to haul it and get his feet down. A 25-yard touchdown, and the Dukes are on the board. It is 31-6, and they will work on that kick, but it'll be for an extra point. Joey Hibbard out there, first time we've seen him since the opening kickoff. The Dukes are on the board.
Number 22.
So Matthew Bolanos on the hold. I believe the long snapper is Eric Lawson. There's a bit of movement before the snap.
We have a penalty on the play.
I think they're going to be calling a false. Nope. They're calling a false start against the Dukes, so it's going to be a little more difficult kick. They're going to move max 5 yards. Still within range for Hibbard, but not quite as easy. That is actually the first penalty of the game on the Dukes. The Ironmen just had one penalty, an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. Was their one infraction in the first half. So a pretty clean game in that respect. So now the Dukes try to add this point, making a 24-point game. Nice snap, good hold. Kick is up, and that kick is good. And with 9 minutes, 1 second remaining in the 3rd quarter, the Dukes have cut into the Ironman lead. They've gotten on the board, and it is 31-7 Ironman.
Need custom shirts or uniforms fast? For any event, weddings, vacations, reunions, memorials, team building, sports, we've got you. Walk in today and create your own personalized t-shirts, hoodies, or sweatshirts. No minimums, just your design, done fast. We're fast, local, and ready to bring your idea to life.
So we're back here on United Football Media E-Driven Score. Saw something you've never seen before, a touchdown scored against the Ohio Valley Ironmen. Let's see how they respond. They do send Diego Hunter and Nick Turner back deep to return this kick of Joey Hibbard. Dukes have one more addition to their group of defenders on this play. Kayvon Burnett, a little head. Kayvon, an interesting tidbit. He played for both of these teams last year. He played for the Dukes when they played the Ironmen in week 1, and then he was signed by the Ironmen for their final 2 games last year. So he has a bit of knowledge on both sides tonight. He's back with the Dukes here. So Hibbard's kick, it is to about the 10. It is, nope, that's not Hunter. There's room around the end, and Leroy Bowers throws down Nick Turner. at about the 35-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Ironmen. Looks like there might have been a little bit of talking, but everybody's all good and back to their own sidelines. They're going to mark it actually at the 34-yard line for Ohio Valley. 24 showing on the clock for this drive. The first drive of the second half for the Ironmen. They picked up 233 yards in that first half, 148 in the air, 85 on the ground. Pretty balanced, 13 passes and 12 runs. So it looks like this Quincy Wimbish, who gets this handoff, doesn't find anything to the left, tries to go back to the right, brought down by Dominic Williams. So that's about a 4-yard pickup out to the 38. So not a bad start for the Ironman. Winbish's third carry of the game. He has 17 yards at the moment. Howard, low snap, does manage to pick it up. As time, Cameron Smith cannot get to him. This pass is complete to Nick Turner.
By number 7, with number 1.
So Howard was in some trouble, but Nick Turner came open for him, and he hauled in a nice little pass into Duke's territory to the 46, and that picked up 16 yards and a first down for the Ironmen. Turner having a nice day. He has 4 catches for 54 yards to lead the Ironmen in receptions. Just a yard short of Raymond on the receiving yards. So Winbish, still the running back, will get the handoff to the right. Has 2 blockers in front of him, and he's spun down by Leroy Bowers, about a yard short of the first down. But he had plenty of help, did Winbish, on that run, getting down to, they're going to mark him at the 38, so just an 8-yard pickup.
With the ball at the 38-yard line.
It is 2nd and 2 for Ohio Valley, opening drive of the second half. Looking to add to a 31-7 lead. It was 31-0 at halftime, and the Dukes just put some points on the board. Ohio Valley looking to respond. Devontae Howard with 2 receivers to either side of him. It's going to be sticking with Winbish on the ground, sticking to that right side with the 2 blockers. And he is just tripped up. I think that might have been Dominic Williams tripping him up. But that right side of the Ohio Valley line is really making some room. Looks like, I think it's Brock Fox and Matthew Foster over there, just giving Winbish all the room he wants to work with. That was a 15-yard pickup down to the 23. As Ohio Valley looking to flex its muscles on the ground. On this drive, we head towards 5 minutes in the third quarter. Ironmen, this will be Howard looking to pass, firing a pass, and it's going to be too far for Raymond. Being covered by Burnett.
But it's out of bounds.
So that'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Ironmen. Helps when you run the ball like this. You can try a pass like that, and next play probably pick up 7 or 8 yards the way they've been running the ball. They're up to 112 yards on 15 carries for the game. So they look to the sideline. No huddle, just getting their instructions from head coach Manny Matsakis. He also serves as the offensive coordinator for this Ohio Valley Ironman team. Wears many hats. I believe he owns the team as well. So it is Winbish to the right side again, and he's going to be tripped up by, I think that was Dominic Williams. No, that was Cameron Smith, I think. Who got that one. But as I mentioned, a nice cushion before he meets any contact down to the 17-yard line, 6-yard pickup. 3rd and 4 for the Ironmen as they work their way downfield. Draining this clock. We're already under 4 minutes left in the third quarter. And 3 receivers to the left. Looks like Jeremiah Nelson is now in at running back. A little bit bigger back for the Ironmen on this 3rd and 4 situation. And he's going to get the delayed handoff, go right up the middle, and be brought down by Leroy Bowers inside the 10-yard line. Down at about the 7, about a 10-yard pickup. That is his longest pickup of the game.
We have a 1st and goal from the 7-yard line.
So the Ironmen continue this slow march downfield. Nelson, let's see if he gets a chance to finish it off. They're 7 yards away. It's going to be Howard looking to pass. He doesn't have a passing touchdown yet. He pulls it down. Nope. Thinks better of it. He's in the grass. He fired a pass. Let's see what the ruling is. And there is a late flag.
We have a flag on the
So
play.
James Myers had him, spun him down. I don't know if it's going to be grounding or a sack. If they say he passed it, they may rule intentional grounding. If they roll a sack, then they may pick up the flag. They're going to talk about it. The Ironmen will be back about their 17 or worse, it looks like, depending on how they officiate this. They are waving off the flag, but they're moving the ball back. So they're going to call it a sack by James Myers. That's the 2nd sack of the game by the Dukes defense. It will be down back to the 18-yard line.
We have 2nd and goal.
So that'll bring up 2nd and goal for the Ironmen. So it makes this drive a little bit tougher for them if they want to finish it off with a touchdown. Nelson stays in at running back, and there's a whistle before the snap. We're going to have a timeout by the Dukes with 2.5 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter.
Very much.
So back on E-Driven Score and United Football Media, it is 2nd and goal for the Ironmen, Ohio Valley Ironmen after the sack. Howard with perhaps a little signal there now to the left. Looks that way, quick pass, cutting back inside, and perhaps getting, still on his feet, trying to push downfield. That was Saeed Sidibe bringing in the ball. Finally whistled down at about the 7, so they do get the yards from the sack back. 10 yards, actually 11. And it'll be 3rd and goal for the Ironmen. Just a few minutes away from the Continental shift, so this would be the decision down for the Ironmen here, but they do have 2 downs to work with for just a few more moments. Winbish goes back in at running back for Howard. With 3 receivers to the right. Sidibe by himself on the left. Howard looking out to the right, surveying things over there. Does look right. Fires a pass to the short receiver. He is being pulled down short. Diego Hunter caught it, but Jalen Felta pulled him backwards. And he kept him out of the end zone, down to the 1-yard line. So 4th and goal for the Ironmen. The Dukes, if nothing else, have done a good job of making the Ironmen work for these touchdowns down here. They already have 2 1-yard touchdowns. One by Byers, one by Nelson. Winbish is back there. Let's see if he adds his name to that list, or if Howard comes up with his first passing touchdown or if the Dukes come up with a stop. So Howard looks things over. He has 1 to the right and 3 to the left this time. It's Raymond by himself, looks left, feels pressure. Raymond is open and has it. There is a touchdown, but a flag as well. He towed the goal line like it was the end zone. The penalty, I think it's going to be, it's going to be offensive pass interference against the Ironmen, which is why Raymond was open, at least in the estimation of the official. No touchdown. Instead, it'll be still 4th and goal, but I believe it'll be 10 yards further back. So let's see what the Ironmen do. They have kicked the field goal. Looks like they're going to try another field goal here. So they're just going to try and get some points on the board before the quarter ends.
With that penalty, the Ironmen are lining up.
So it's going to be about a 30-yard field goal, it looks like. Made one from 26 earlier. And had plenty of legs, so certainly within the range of Anthony Baitko, who's 4 for 4 on extra points. Already 1 for 1 on field goals. And looking at a second, he gets this kick down, and that kick is good. So the Ironmen, there is a late flag as there's a little activity after the kick. So I think the kick's going to count with 9 seconds remaining. Let's see what the flag is. It is now 34-7 Ironmen. Officials are going to talk about just who did what to whom. So the field goal is good.
The field goal is good.
I think we're going to have unsportsmanlike conduct both ways. So they're just going to wipe each other out. This is kind of more of a warning to these teams as we approach the 4th quarter.
7 with 9 seconds remaining in the 3rd
So
quarter.
looks like the Dukes are probably going to win this 3rd quarter, 7-3. But still leaves them well behind on the scoreboard. It is 34-7 Ironmen. The sun sets here in Mason, Ohio, just down the road from Kings Island. Actually, if you hang around long enough after the game, you'll get a glimpse at the fireworks over at Kings Island. I think we'll hopefully be out of there before then, though. So we'll have a kickoff and maybe a play before we head over to the Continental shift for the 4th quarter. So I know the game seems to be in hand, 34-7, but certainly plenty to watch in that 4th quarter. See how these teams adjust, especially the Ironmen. We have not seen them under the Continental shift rules, and the Dukes have only seen once. So still a lot to see in that 4th quarter. So Baitko lets the kick go. Another good one. This one bounces and is fielded. Brings it out just short of the 20. Before that was Jalen Mack delivering a blow to Tyree Bolden. So that will run out the quarter. And when we come back for the 4th quarter, it'll be time for the Continental shift. So it is time here on United Football Media and E-Driven Score for the Continental shift. CFL rules for this 4th quarter. One exception, we could not stretch the field, so we're going to stick with 11 men, not 12. But other CFL rules will apply. All receivers will be able to be in motion. The defense will have to be a line off, or a yard off the line of scrimmage or outside the scrimmage zone. So you notice a little more gap between the players of both sides. Dukes, you have to see their receivers back so they can get a running start for this play. Kamani Murray relays some signals out to those receivers. If he sends there, now he sends them all in motion. Murray pitch back to Darnell Williams, and he is going to be forced out of bounds by Dox Aitken. So that's actually be a tackle for loss by Aitken. 3-yard loss on the play. So the Ironmen ready for that little wrinkle Duke threw at him. Also, play will be a little quicker. Once the ball is set, you have 20 seconds to run the next play, opposed to in the NFL you have 40 seconds from when the ball is put in play. So Murray steps up, avoids a sack, fires a pass. It is not caught and spun down. He was looking for Jesse Pruitt. Like Caleb Ham, I think, threw him down. So now it is 3rd down for the Dukes. So this will be a punting situation for the Dukes, and they will send Matthew Villanos on the punt. Back deep to return for the Ironmen will be number 3, Jada Byers. We haven't seen him since early in the game when he broke a 62-yard run. So, and he will have to field, there will be no fair catch on this punt. He will need to field the ball. And only certain Dukes will be allowed to touch the ball, actually. And if it is one of those Dukes, that's why they have 2 men behind the punter, because these 2 men behind the punter will be eligible to recover this ball for the Dukes. So that's why their gunners are all the way back. The punt is away. It's a good one. He fields it at the 35. Byers works his way to the left. He is, tripped up and stumbles. That was Leandre Pope who got him by the shoestring. And now the Ironmen will have the ball. They will have their first offensive possession under these Continental shift rules. They will start, looks like about their own 48-yard line. 12:39 on the clock. Continental shift opportunity number 1 for Ohio Valley this season. This is game number 1. An impressive start for them, already knocking on 300 yards of offense. They're at 298 at the moment. Dukes at 157. So the Ironmen come off the huddle.
We have a 1st and 10.
Looks like they will have a couple men in motion as there are 2
of the Ironmen
men lined up in line with running back Jeremiah Nelson. There, and actually he sends the men on the line in motion out to the sidelines, fires a pass over the middle, running the wrong way and being tackled is Cassid Raymond. Dominic Williams with the stop. And that'll be not quite a first down. It'll be in Duke's territory. They'll mark it at the 43. So a 9-yard pickup.
3-yard line.
I think Raymond had the first down and was trying to get more and instead ended up giving up that yard that would have resulted in a first down. Ironman, same bit of motion there. There is a penalty. So the men in motion are not allowed to be past the line of scrimmage at the snap. I think that's what happened.
We do have a penalty in this Continental shift. Motion.
So that'll be they're going to call it a false start against the Ironmen. I don't know if we call it a false start or offsides. It's 5 yards either way. I don't believe the receivers, they still have to be behind the line of scrimmage at the snap. And they had gone a bit too far. So you do have to work on your timing a bit to get this just right. And this is game number 1 for Ohio Valley, so no surprise to see the timing just a bit off. Brings up 2nd and 6 for them now. Still in Duke's territory at the 48. Now Howard sends everyone in motion. Drops back, has plenty of time. Looking right now, Terry Ramsey's chasing him. Still looking. It is tipped. Almost intercepted.
We have a
He was
completion on the play.
looking for Diego Hunter. Jalen Felta got a hand on it and almost tipped it into the hands of Ivory Parker.
Remember, we're playing Continental Shift rules.
So that'll bring up a 3rd and 6 for the Ironmen and force them to punt for the second time today, or at least line up the punt. They will be in a more traditional formation, so only the punter will be allowed to recover this for the Ironmen. And if he does, it would be Ironman ball. Everyone in front of him will touching the ball will result in a no yards penalty, which is a 15-yard penalty, not a 0-yard penalty. So there is the kick. It is high and deep. Again, inside, driving back into the end zone. And I think that's a point. That will be 1 point for the Ironmen as we have a single.
Based on the Continental Shift rules.
So the Ironmen
that is 1 point.
get a point, and they now have 35.
So 35-7.
So there is a flag down here as well. We have about 9:48 to go. So there's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct. That one's going to be against the Dukes, just their second penalty of the game.
Which will back up the Cincinnati Dukes. 15 more yards.
So the Dukes, they would have had it, I believe, at the 35, and that's going to push them back to the 20, but it should still be 1st and 10 for them. With 9:48 showing on the clock. So the chains move back. Looks like they may be saying it's the 10-yard line. Yeah, that's where they're going to be spawning at the 10. 1st and 10 Dukes. Ironman now 35-7 after the single or rouge. So we do get to see another wrinkle of the Continental Shift here. And there's going to be a timeout. The Ironman, looks like the official was next to the Ironman. So they are going to reset it. So yeah, now it is at the 20, which is where it actually should be. After the rouge, you get it at 35, 15 yards back, puts you at the 20, and the Dukes have it 1st and 10 for their second opportunity here at the Continental Shift on offense. So Murray sends his men in motion. Looks like he's being chased. Just gets rid of it. Oh, actually he did have a receiver over there, but unable to haul it in is Darnell Williams. DJ Wright chasing Murray to force him to into that short pass.
Which will bring up a 2nd and 10.
So 2nd down for the Dukes.
Under these rules,
need to get a
3 downs to get 10
1st down here, or else they'll have to decide on 3rd down whether to punt or go for it. The Ironmen with 1 point here in this 4th quarter under Continental Shift rules. So Murray drops back to pass, fires over the middle. It is caught. 1st down, but paying the price for it is. Looks like that was Justin Cornwall with his 1st catch of the year.
By number 8.
Brought down by Joshua Hawley, who's proven to a bit of a hitter.
We have a 1st and 10.
So the Dukes with the 1st down out to the 31. So Murray sends everybody in motion. Drops back, steps up, avoids pressure, tries to get it off. He was hit as he threw. I think it was Chance Knight who hit him. He was looking, I think, for Hezekiah Miller deep, but the ball fell well away from him. Not quite the luck that the Ironmen had earlier in the game when their tipped pass ended up in their own receiver's hands. So now 2nd and 10 for the Dukes. Facing a similar situation as before. Murray looks to the right. I think we've actually looked at the sidelines. Finally has his answer. So Murray being chased, a lot of pressure, lets it go to the sideline. Get Chance Knight with the pressure.
Brings up a Duke third down. Looks like another punting situation.
So the Dukes will send on Matthew Bolanos to punt.
3 down.
For the 4th time today. Hasn't done a bad job. 3 punts, averaging 45.7. Looks like it'd be Diego Hunter back deep for the Ironmen. See if the Dukes, last time they had a couple, their gunners were actually back alongside of Bolanos. See if they do the same thing. That makes them eligible to recover the ball and give them a 1st down. Somewhere else it would have been muffed. Looks like they're going to keep it more traditional here. So only Bolanos will be able to recover for the Dukes. So a bit of a slow snap, but Bolanos handles it, gets a punt away. It is fielded at the 30 by Hunter. He's got blockers working upfield and brought down by Felta just short of midfield.
Number 11 with the return from the Ironmen. And he was tackled by number 11.
The Ironmen will be at their own 48, it looks like, with just under 6 minutes remaining.
At the 48-yard line with a 1st and 10.
So they will huddle up as they've done most of the game before breaking that huddle. They have added 1 point so far here under the Continental Shift rules. So Duke's a man short. Now they have all 11 on the field. Javante Howard speaking to his running back. Looks like he's got 2-man motion. Looks like he might have been thinking about going under center, but he will stay in the shotgun. Drop back, blade handoff. That's Byers, who is brought down by Cameron Smith. No helmet, but no problem for him.
He had a run play by number 3.
As Byers gets up to into Duke's territory, about a 5-yard pickup.
29 of the Dukes.
Byers up to 4 carries for 69 yards. The Ironmen over 300 for the game now, 312 yards.
2nd and 5 with the ball on the
clock running here, under 5 minutes remaining.
47-yard line.
So the Ironmen getting everybody set. Looks like they'll be the 2 deep receivers in motion, and then they will go into the slot, and the slot receivers will move out, and that will result in a wide open receiver and a nice gain for the Ironmen. Looks like there might have been a flag. It was Chris Charles who brought it in. There's a flag at the line of scrimmage. So let's see what the flag is. Would have gotten them down to about the 20-yard line if play holds. So it looks like it's unsportsmanlike conduct against the Ironmen. So I think the play is going to count.
There was a penalty on the
and then the ball will move back from there, or let's see how they're going to assess this. Looks like they are moving forward to where the play ended. And then move back. So it should be at the 34. It looks like that is going to be the case. So we got down to the 19, and then the penalty moves back 15 yards to the 34. So the Ironmen will have it and will be 1st and 10. For the Ironmen at the Dukes 34-yard line. Ironmen up to 4 penalties in the game for 46 yards now. Looking to add a touchdown here in the 4th quarter, or the 2nd half at least. The points have all come off the foot, or actually, well, off the kickers. all by foot, probably appropriate for this World Cup time of the year. 1 field goal, 1 single. Howard drops back, looking to get that touchdown here. And for the second time today, it is broken up. The first time actually was intercepted. This time, Barnett breaks up a deep pass intended for Rodney Pierre. The Ironmen have tried that twice now and are 0 for 2 on those attempts. That puts Howard at 14 for 21 on the game for 228 yards. 1 interception, no touchdowns, however. So the Dukes have held him off the board. The Ironmen do have 2 rushing touchdowns. So there's a pass complete. Slipping out of the tackle is Hunter. And he is pushed out of bounds by Jalen Felta. And we're going to have a stoppage in play here. And that's actually the 3-minute warning.
3-minute warning.
In a world dominated by million-dollar contracts, flashy endorsements, and the glitz of professional sports, there exists a hidden realm where the game is played not for fame or fortune, but for pure passion. Welcome to the underground football scene. Here, there are no stadiums filled with thousands of cheering fans, no TV contracts, and no lucrative shoe deals. Just men, united by a love for the game. These are the Cincinnati Dukes, a semi-pro football team that embodies the spirit of resilience and brotherhood. Every practice, every tackle, every touchdown tells a story of sacrifice and dedication. In this arena,
So 3 minutes, or more precise, 2 minutes 48 seconds remaining in this Continental Football League game. Ohio Valley Ironmen on top 35-7. Looking to add on under the continental shift rules. Devontae Howard stepping up, looking to the right. Lets the pass go. It is intercepted by the Dukes just short of the goal line. That's Marquise Jones working upfield. Spinning and thrown down by the lineman, Aiden Ferguson. But the Dukes with their second interception of the game, and they deny the Ironmen once again. So Marquise Jones comes up with an interception after Leandre Pope had one earlier. And a nice return by Jones. He takes it out to the 30-yard line with 2:29 showing on the clock. And the Dukes looking to maybe add one more score here. They already have the first score ever allowed by the Ohio Valley Ironmen on a touchdown pass from Kamani Murray to Kovion Spikes. So the Dukes will start. They're going to actually put it at the 29-yard line is where they're going to mark it. So they will start this drive, what might be the final drive of the game. Dukes needing one more for the line, and I think they're now set. The short rosters, I think it's only, 36 players, so some players pressed into double duty at times, especially into the game when guys are banged up, tired. So Murray, let's pass from Sanders. If nothing else, he kept that one from being intercepted. There are 2 Ironman players over there, both Ronte Dunbar and Giovanni Williams looked ready to haul it in, but instead Sanders was able to knock it down and make it incomplete. Puts Kamani Murray at 15 of 32 for 160 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. With just over a minute remaining here. So Murray sends everybody in motion, steps up, fires over the middle, and through the hands of the receiver and almost intercepted. Looks like he was looking for Jesse Pruitt. Jalen Mack just could not come up with it. Pruitt looks like he's shaken up after the play. It'll be third down for the Dukes. There actually was a flag on the play as well. So it's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct against the Ironmen, so that's going to give the Dukes a first down. They'll move up to the, should be the 44, I believe. And give them, more importantly, give them a first down. It would have been third down, and they would have either had to punt or go for it and risk giving the Ironmen pretty good field position. Not that too risky now, or it's a minute left in the game that's pretty well decided, 35-7 Ironmen. But the Dukes do get to keep their offense out on the field. And Murray will send everybody in motion. And it'll be a handoff to Darnell Williams, who works up the middle, breaks through, and is into Ironman territory. A nice gain by Darnell Williams before time expires on the clock. He is brought down by Caleb Ham. He is going to be marked at the 43-yard line. 13-yard pickup. There is a player down on the field. Let's see, it might be actually be a Williams who's down after the play. He was trying to run out of the tackle, and the Ironman would not let him out. So he is down with 37 seconds remaining. The Dukes trailing at 35-7. Very impressive debut here by the Ironmen, jumping out to a 31-0 lead by halftime. 2 defensive scores, and then they went to the ground to score on runs by Jada Byers and Jeremiah Nelson. Byers has led them on the ground, 4 carries for 69 yards. Quincy Winbush has added 6 carries for 46 yards. Javante Howard, 15 of 23 for 246 yards and 2 touchdowns. Nick Turner has 4 catches for 54 yards. Chris Charles, 3 catches for 80 yards. On the Duke side, Kamani Murray is at 15 of 33 for 160 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Jesse Pruitt, the leading receiver, 4 catches for 41 yards. Darnell Williams also has 4 catches for 16 yards. Williams, leading rusher, 7 carries for 35 yards. That'll bring down the 16-yard average he came into the game with. The Dukes will just take a knee to run out the clock as they get beat up, even though they did do a good job on this final drive. And looks like that'll bring an end to our game here tonight. The Ironmen coming away with an impressive 35-7 win. Make sure you tune in tomorrow for tomorrow night's game between the Tall City Black Gold and the San Antonio Toros here on United Football Media. We thank you all for doing this. Also on E-Driven Score. I believe this is the final home game for the Dukes, unless they can somehow get a playoff game by doing to the Ironmen what the Ironmen did to them today. They will be in Martins Ferry in 2 weeks to take on the Ironmen. We hope to see you guys either there at the stadium or watching here on United Football Media. We'd like to thank everyone who's been joining us through these first few weeks of Dukes football. Once again, the final score here tonight, Ohio Valley Ironmen 35, Cincinnati Dukes 7.